You walked into a room 10 seconds ago. You already know who's lying, who's hurting behind the smile, who's about to start something, and nobody taught you that. You read a text message and feel the sender's mood 3 lines deep. You catch the shift in someone's voice before they even know they made it. And quietly, your whole life, you've wondered why your brain does this, why it never seems to switch off, and why nobody else seems to live like this. 3 things in this video. The actual neuroscience behind what some psychologists are now calling traumatic intelligence. 8 signs that are about to feel uncomfortably accurate. And the honest truth nobody else online is telling you, and because this isn't only a gift. First, the framework. Traumatic intelligence isn't a clinical diagnosis. It's the name pop psychology has given to something neuroscience has been quietly mapping for decades. It happens when 2 things meet inside the same person: a naturally high-functioning brain and a childhood that wasn't safe, predictable, or emotionally consistent. A traumatized nervous system never stops scanning. It keeps searching for danger long after the danger is gone. And when that wiring exists inside an already powerful brain, something specific happens. The brain doesn't just stay alert, it becomes extraordinarily skilled at noticing patterns, tension, and emotional shifts before anyone else sees them. Researchers call this hypervigilance. In neuroscience, it shows up as overactivation of the salience network, the part of the brain that decides what deserves your attention. In your case, almost everything does. That's exhausting. It's also why you notice things other people completely miss. Sign 1. You read people in seconds. Tiny expressions, tone shifts, the slight tension in a jaw. You sensed something was wrong before they spoke. This isn't mystical intuition. It's advanced pattern recognition, built through years of needing to predict unpredictable emotions. Sign 2. You stay calm during chaos while everyone else panics. Emergencies bring out an unusual clarity in you. Your nervous system adapted to instability early in life. Calm can feel unfamiliar. Chaos feels strangely understandable. Sign 3. You became emotionally responsible too young. You learned to manage tension before you fully understood your own emotions. You learned to read moods, prevent conflict, keep peace inside environments that never felt emotionally stable. Somewhere along the way, you became emotionally aware long before you ever felt emotionally safe. And that changes a person forever. Sign 4. You're drawn towards struggling people, complicated people, people carrying emotional pain. Because part of you learned to recognize suffering as a survival language. You understand wounded people in ways others don't. Sign 5. Genuine kindness feels suspicious. When someone offers care with no hidden agenda, part of you waits for the catch. That's not weakness. It's a brain that learned love could disappear, change suddenly, or come attached to emotional conditions. Sign 6. You're extremely self-sufficient. You would rather suffer privately than depend on someone unreliable. So you learned to solve problems alone, and over time, you became highly capable because you believed you had no other option. Sign 7. You remember emotional moments with disturbing accuracy, conversations, facial expressions, exact words from years ago. Under stress, emotionally significant memories become deeply encoded. Your brain stored them as survival information, not casual memories. Sign 8. You're often ahead of other people emotionally and strategically. You notice consequences before others notice patterns. And when you try to explain what you see, people sometimes call you negative, intense, or overly sensitive. Research on gifted adults has shown higher rates of emotional and sensory overexcitability, meaning their brains react more intensely to experiences. When that heightened nervous system combines with complex trauma, the awareness becomes sharper, faster, and far more exhausting. High intelligence doesn't protect someone from trauma. In many cases, it makes them understand the pain more deeply. But it can also create a survival advantage, the ability to analyze danger, predict behavior, and adapt quickly. Now here's the difficult part that most people leave out. This is not a superpower story. Trauma did not create a superior brain. It created a brain trained to survive instability. Some abilities became stronger, but the cost was constant mental exhaustion and an inability to fully relax. Two people can have the exact same traits on the outside while living completely different internal lives. One person channels that awareness into meaningful work, leadership, art, writing, helping others heal. The other turns the awareness inward, overthinking, self-monitoring, constant mental scanning that never stops. Ask yourself honestly, is your awareness helping you build a meaningful life, or is it slowly consuming your peace? That's why deeply perceptive people are often emotionally exhausted. Their minds rarely stop observing. But neuroscience also shows something hopeful. Hypervigilance can soften. The nervous system can heal. Not by suppressing your awareness, but by finally experiencing enough safety that your brain no longer needs to stay on guard every second. Your body has to slowly learn that the danger is no longer happening. That survival mode is no longer necessary. And the surprising part is this: the depth doesn't disappear when healing begins. The intelligence stays. The awareness stays too. It simply stops draining your entire nervous system. Healing doesn't erase your perception. It gives you control over it for the first time in your life. What you carry is a gift shaped by pain, a mind sharpened through experiences you never should have needed to survive. So if you've spent your whole life feeling emotionally overwhelmed, hyper-aware, or unable to switch off, you're not broken. You adapted to an environment that demanded constant awareness, and despite everything, you survived it. If this video felt uncomfortably accurate, like the video and subscribe.